This is without a doubt one of the best episodes of the season. Now we know that only a few months have passed since Spear's death, and at last we'll find out where Meera, Fang, and her cubs have been all this time. So stick around, because today we're talking about Primal, Episode 4. Everything begins right after Spear's death. The entire tribe gathers to lay to rest the hero who saved the village. There are drums, ritual dances, and chants, not to celebrate, but to say goodbye. They are honoring the man who fulfilled the prophecy, the warrior who faced the threat and paid the highest price. And pay close attention here, because among those present we can see the shaman who brings Spear back in episode 1. This is key, because it confirms that the story is moving from two different points of view. What we saw at the beginning of the series is happening in parallel with what we'll see later on. While Meera and a group set out on a rescue expedition, elsewhere this sorcerer is already trying to bring Spear back to life. All the villagers show deep sorrow over Spear's death. Meera is one of the most affected, but the one who takes the hardest hit is Fang. Her two cubs immediately sense their mother's state. Fang can't hold back her tears. She knows her friend, her companion, the one who fought at her side, is gone. The grief is so overwhelming that the cubs don't know how to help her, so they simply stay close, pressed against her, trying to make sure she doesn't feel alone. Later on, we see the tribe place Spear's body into the grave, marked as the resting place of the hero who defeated the prophesied threat. Everyone is silent. Everyone carries the weight of the loss, but Meera suffers the most. The man who accepted her, protected her, and gave his life for her now lies lifeless before her eyes. When Meera is left alone at the grave, Fang approaches with her cubs. She simply steps closer and smells Spear's body. The moment she realizes there is no life left in him, something inside her breaks. She's overwhelmed by a sense of abandonment, a mix of pain and rage she can't contain. The anger isn't directed at anyone in particular, but at the void his absence has left behind. Days later, peace seems to return to the village. Fang's cubs play with a young girl from the tribe, chasing a chicken around as if the world hadn't changed. The little girl, a huge admirer of Spear, holds his signature weapon in her hands, pretending to be like him. But that calm is shattered when she climbs onto the back of one of the cubs. Fang won't tolerate it. Furious, she immediately pulls the girl away, making it clear that no one is worthy of riding one of her children. Meera steps in to calm things down. And it's at that moment that Fang notices something different. She smells Meera and understands everything. Meera is pregnant. She's carrying Spear's child. This revelation completely changes the atmosphere. It doesn't just fill Meera with hope, it awakens something new in Fang as well. Spear may be gone, but he left a part of himself in this world. Weeks later, during the night, Meera can't sleep. Something won't let her rest. The baby has grown, and her belly now gives it away. She quietly walks to where Fang is sleeping. On the wall, there's a drawing of the family they once were together. Meera looks at those figures with nostalgia and sadness, remembering what was lost. Fang notices her watching, and Meera decides to lie down beside her, a silent way of saying she's not alone. That same night, the little girl from the tribe can't fall asleep either. Seeing her parents deeply asleep, she takes her spear and sneaks out of the hut. Excited, she starts to play, unaware that she's about to face something that could cost her her life. The threat appears suddenly. 3 massive buffaloes surround the girl. There's no way to fight back. Her only option is to run. The danger is immediate. Fang and her cubs react at once, leaping up from their rest, while the rest of the villagers also spring into action. The calm of the night is completely shattered, and a new tragedy is about to begin. Even though they're armed, it quickly becomes clear that they stand no chance against the beasts. The buffalo completely overpower them in size, strength, and sheer brutality. Desperation starts to take hold of the group, until Fang enters the scene. Her arrival changes everything. She throws herself at the buffalo with unstoppable fury, forcing them to react. The others communicate among themselves and make a swift decision: retreat. They know they can't defeat her. The buffalo flee, but they don't leave empty-handed. As they escape, they drag several villagers with them, along with the little girl. The cubs try to chase after them, but Fang stops them immediately. The danger is far too great. She won't allow her children to be exposed to something like that. Later, the entire tribe gathers to discuss what happened. The atmosphere is tense, heavy with fear and urgency. Meera steps forward and, without hesitation, volunteers to go after the men and the girl who were taken. Several men support her and join one by one. Fang also commits to the rescue, and surprisingly, her cubs do as well. She doesn't like that part at all, but in the end she accepts it. She knows what lies ahead will be dangerous, but she also knows they can't leave them behind. At dawn, we see the buffalo that attacked the village running at full speed with their captives. All of them still alive. They reach a rocky area and, one by one, throw the humans down into a pit, keeping them imprisoned. But this isn't just any enclosure. It serves a very clear purpose to feed their mother and queen. And then we see her, a massive buffalo, far larger than the others, pale in color, and bearing clear signs of old age. This creature appears for one reason only, to feed on the humans her offspring have brought her. It's a brutal, cold, almost ritualistic scene. After she has had her fill, another disturbing moment follows. Now it's her turn to feed her young. They rush toward her and latch onto her udders, nursing from her. By morning, Meera and the group of men who volunteered for the rescue are already deep in the forest. With the help of Fang's sense of smell and that of her cubs, they manage to follow the trail left by the beasts, pushing farther and farther in until they draw close to the lair. Along the way, they hear something strange. The group stops. They prepare to fight if necessary and move forward cautiously. Then they see it, a horrific sight. A human, the shaman from their village, lying among several massacred bodies. Their torn, broken remains are scattered across the area. These are the creatures with skeletal animal heads, the same ones we saw in episode 1 of the season. This is the very same scene where Spear slaughters those creatures, and where the shaman dies after being struck by an arrow from afar. This means that by this point, his village has already been destroyed, even though Meera and the others don't know it yet. Spear, without realizing it, must be very close to them, drawn by the desperate cries Fang lets out in the distance. There's no time to stop and process what they've found. Fang warns them they need to hurry and continue the search. The trail is still fresh, and they can't afford to lose it. Hours pass as they walk without rest, until the sun begins to set and dusk settles over the forest. Exhausted, Fang and her cubs stop alongside the villagers to drink some water and regain their strength. Meera is clearly worn out. Her pregnancy is taking its toll. Her breathing is slower, and every step feels twice as hard. Fang notices immediately and understands that they can't keep going. Night is closing in, and moving through the darkness would be far too dangerous. So they decide to stay where they are and spend the night. As she sleeps, Meera has a dream. In it, she keeps walking, but suddenly the pains of labor hit her. The pain is intense, unbearable, and after all that suffering, she gives birth. She holds her child in her arms, but the calm doesn't last long. The same beast that attacked the village in the past appears, determined to kill her baby, and even the villagers turn against her as well. Meera is cornered, with no way out, until Spear emerges from the shadows. Once again, he charges into battle. Meera watches him with emotion, with relief, feeling safe again. But the illusion shatters, and Meera wakes up. Back in reality, one thing becomes painfully clear to her. Now more than ever, she must protect the baby she's carrying. The dangers surrounding them could take the life of the only thing she has left of the man she loved so deeply. Meera steps closer to drink some water, and in that moment she hears a strange sound. Something is watching them. She can feel it. The other villagers sense it too and immediately go on alert, ready to fight. Fang and her cubs react the same way, tense, prepared to defend themselves. A second later, several buffalo burst out of the vegetation and attack. This time, there are far more than before. They outnumber them, and although the villagers manage to bring a few down with speed and skill, it isn't enough. Little by little, the buffalo begin to overwhelm them. The situation grows even worse when they surround Fang and her cubs as well. The chances of anyone making it out alive are almost non-existent. Not even Fang, not even her cubs, could stand against so many buffalo at once. Everything points to this being the end. But then something strange happens. Both the buffalo and Fang pick up on a different scent, something unfamiliar, a presence none of them has felt before. The buffalo react instantly and flee without looking back. Fang, on the other hand, holds her ground, shielding her cubs and the villagers, ready to face whatever is about to come. Seconds later, Spear emerges from the tall grass. He has finally reached the source of the roars. He has finally reunited with his friend and with the woman he loves. Meera sees him and knows it. It's him. And with that impossible reunion, the episode of Primal comes to an end.